Hi everyone, welcome back to Plum Mashables. This is going to be my in-review video where we go through the last 6 months worth of all my weekly decorations. So if you want to see all my decorations in one big hit, then just keep watching. Alright, so I keep them in these little books that I've kind of made up for myself. These are just using some rings. I buy them off eBay, cheap as chips, and I just put some cardboard on the front. I get these out of my the Scrappery Kit Club's Planner Babe boxes. I have tons of them, so I just kind of put it all together. So this is everything from January 2019 until June 2019. And what I love is this year, because I've been using my new inserts with the dot grids, these actually fit January to June. I don't have like the half one from the week before in here. It fits really nicely, so I can actually store them properly. So this was the start of January. Nothing too fancy here, but this was the sort of, you're going to get to see the progression of my monthly setups, because they did change a little bit as we went. So I just did a boring January. I was trying to watercolor. I did a bad job with my to-dos, my goals, my birthdays, and sort of everything that happened in January. And this was the gorgeous summer, I think it was called Summer Christmas, from Bee Haven, with a couple of little extra bits from Luscious Labels in here. We actually went away this week. We went up to Narooma, and that was my expected mail from Boxing Day. So I've got a lot of watery stuff and diving and bits and pieces like that in there. So looked really, really cool. This was my gorgeous Serenity. God, I love that kit. Serenity is still one of my favourite Planners Anonymous kits, and I loved the way that this sort of list thing turned out with the pocket. It just looked awesome. Make Denise's birthday card. Oh, that's so cool. Remember, go to Eckersley's. Yeah, I'm a crazy human. Oh, and I remember I made the date covers using watercolours, didn't I? Oh, that was so cool. This is another Bee Haven kit. This is the shopping, I think it's called Shopping Girl or something like that kit. We've got my book lover in there, and then we've got a little hidden to-do thing hiding in here. I do love to do the hiddens, and I've got them a couple of times sort of around the place, so you'll see them as we go along. Couple of birthdays, book lover, she's here. As I've said, I don't know how many hundreds of times, sometimes I do go and put a lot of things in here, like there's a lot of extra bits and pieces. Sometimes I don't. It depends on the week. I guess some people fall into planner funks and they don't plan at all. I'll always decorate because I do for you guys, but I don't necessarily always actually use my planner the way it should. It just depends on the week a little bit. I still love this kit. It's still one of my favorites. It's an Australiana that doesn't go over the top, and I just love it. And that's my little, I did a little drawing of a stingray from when we were in Narooma, and I made a sticker out of it, and I was so super proud of that I had to put it on there. So this was my book lover one. Oh, I love this kit so much. And I know I've used it more than once since. So we've got sort of all the days of the week and everything in there. My happy place. And then I've got my little shaker in here as well, which is still one of my favourites. Although I didn't do much that week, did I? Oh, damn. New furniture arrives. Oh, that was the weekend of the Sydney Planner Markets. That's right. Oh, that was exciting. Okay, and then at the end of the months, I sort of have these extra pages. Sometimes I use them, sometimes I don't, and you'll sort of see as we go along. So this was me sort of putting out everything I was using for my skincare in 2019. I've been a bit slack and haven't used it quite as much as I should have, but I just drew these up on my iPad and printed them out and made them into stickers just so I could have them here, and then I did new editions as well. This was my memory planning for January, so I've got the pictures and things from Narooma. Oh, the little seal. Oh, he's so cute. These are just using my sprocket. Oh, that was so cool. And then we went to Pixar Putt when it was in Melbourne, sort of at the back end of the month, and it was really cool. I had so much fun at Pixar Putt. Did you win or did I win? I can't even remember. Hold on, I've got the scorecard. I don't know. I can't work it out. Anyway, so then I had a doodles page as well because I was just having fun, and that was my little stingray that I did. So there's my February setup. Again, very, very similar. I just put the quote card on the front there and a couple of bits and pieces. This was my black and white week. Oh, I love this one. It's getting stuck. I don't like it. I'm just gonna get over it. So we've got the monochrome one. We've got I put the AFLW detail sort of on a bit of a flip out, which was cool. Oh, now what was this kit called? I can't remember. I want to say Crafty-licious Loves, but I don't know if it was. But it was the Valentine's Day one with all the cute little bits and this little pop down. Oh, I love that one. I do. I keep meaning to buy more kits from these guys, but I forget. I just forget. Oh, this was the cutest one of all. The little handbag with the little puppy that pops out. Oh, I love that so much. So much. This was Main Street, again by Planners Anonymous. I got my little clip there and the little fold down shop that had all the footy details on it. That's still one of the best ones I've done. I love that shop scene. Really, really cute kit, this one. The colours were amazing. And then we've got, wow, that was quick. There only 3 weeks in February. 1, 2. Oh, no. Oh, I missed one. I thought I was missing a week. That just seemed a bit odd. It was clipped together, that's why. So this was using the, oh, it was a kikki.k collection. I can't remember what it was called. But I also used a little bit of Planet Beautiful washi tape on the top, which is really cool. Oh, I do know what it's called. Nah, it's not coming to me. It'll pop up in a minute, I promise. So that was sort of that one. I love the colours in here. The burgundy was really pretty. And the little flip out use of the post-it note. We'll skip through this one because we've already seen it. And then this was my memory keeping for February. So as I said, I went to the Sydney Planner Markets. So I kind of did a bit of a Sydney map fold out thing because I did go for a couple of really long walks. So I kind of mapped them out using my Tombos to where I went and what I did with some extra photos and bits and pieces, which was I really liked that. It made it a bit bulky, but I think it was a really good way to memory plan. And then also from when we went over to Perth and then also hanging out with Denise and Cindy down at the beach at Altona. And then it was also my cousin's 21st, my youngest cousin's 21st, if that doesn't make me feel old, nothing will. So I did a bit of a memory plan for that as well. This one was using stamps from a Sassy Dreams Plans kit, and I just masked and stamped all over the place. Made a bit of a mess, but that's okay. So that was March. This is the week that Desley and I went to Harry Potter, so I used a beautiful Harry Potter kit. And I can't remember who the Harry Potter kit was from. It's not coming to me. I'll remember and I'll link it down below. Actually, I won't link any of them down below. Just go and check out the full weekly decoration because it'll just save time. But they're all on my channel. They always are. Like I said, I always do my decorations for you guys. So it's always there. Oh, I love this one. This was just a whole week using washi, or trying to use washi. I was using washi as the star. So this is Simply Gilded washi that Cindy gave me. And it just turned out so beautifully the way that it's sort of all over the place. It does look a little bit much, but at the same time it doesn't, and I just adore it. Quick slacker to make it happen. I love when you look at them and you go, why is there no footy flipper? And it's because we're in AFLW and there wasn't much. So this is the Lime and Mortar Dragons Mystery Lime Mail. No, Mix and Match Lime Mail. Love this one, and I love the way that that flips out. Such a cool way to use the postcard if you're happy to completely destroy it. And I got all my Beehaven sort of work ones in there as well. I was very sick that week, I remember that. So this was the Beehaven Succulents kit. Love this one. The colours and the pastels are really nice. And then the flip up was this sort of floating Kaisercraft one from there. Succulents really were big this year, weren't they? And then we had the memory plan of Harry Potter. So Des and I were me with my butterbeer. This was one where I got bored. Not bored, got busy and just didn't have time, so I didn't decorate it. But that's really cool still. That was when I started using the happy birthday stickers. Just a reminder for myself there are no trains. That's right, I remember that. Blossom kit. So this is one where you look at it and you just go, what has she done? And then, oh, hello. That paper was just too pretty to not make a full thing out of it. And then I put all the stamps. I love those stamps. That was a really good one. Like, that was one I didn't use my week anywhere near as much, but it was just so pretty. Love that one. And then this one was using the, so I was playing with my foiling and I made the paper, so I sort of decorated the paper and I loved it so much I decided to make a planner week out of it. Now that said, oh no, the foil is there. I thought it had all rubbed off, but it hasn't. I do have a foiling kind of video coming up for you guys very, very soon. So make sure that you hang around because it's going to be rather exciting. Oh, the Game of Thrones is here. So this was my Easter week. I actually used that's actually a nap napkin that I stuck down onto some paper. That was at Planner Day. But this was using the Beehaven Easter kit. Oh, that was the day the land titled. Yay! Man, that was a long time ago. Where are we now? August. September. Are we in September, really? Wow, it's September. May, June, July, August. It's been 5 months and we still haven't got a house. Hurry up. And then this was my Anzac Day kit. This was using a lime and mortar one. I just wanted to do a very Australian kind of kit. And then I just added some poppies that I actually drew myself. That was sort of the addition. But this kit is amazing. Just gorgeous. And then I memory planned Anzac Day because I went to Anzac Day this year. Please nobody mention the actual game because it was the most frustrating game ever. But the whole being there was pretty cool. And then I just did some watercolour doodles there on another page and they bled through, so I did some extra ones on there. So this was May. This was the first time I added in sort of songs of the month, so the songs that I just adored, so I love having those on there. And that's where it's cool to go back and have a look and go, okay, did I do that? I didn't do that month. Yeah, and it's just to like be able to remember it. So in May, I was loving Good Lord by Birds of Tokyo, which I still love. Let You Love Me by Rita Ora, still love it. Me and Mess Her Up by Taylor Swift and Amy Shark, love them. Still fabulous songs, and every time they come on the radio, I get very happy. So this was my Rainbow Week using the kikki.k Inspiration Collection. I still adore this one, and it was the hardest one I've ever done, but at the same time, I think it's the most rewarding. I love the way it all came together. It's so good. I might have to do another one using something similar soon, because that's really cool, using pattern paper to cover them up. This was Whale Song, or Space Whale as we like to call it. I love this one. Now the only thing that I will say is the acetate hasn't done so great sticking, but that's okay. It's not the worst thing in the world. And I just stuck the footy details onto the back of a quote card that time so that they didn't take up so much room. I do love when I look at all the stuff I did for work that day. That was quite a lot. I still love this kit. So beautiful. And this was using Kaiser Craft. I think it was called Breathe, I think. So that was really cool. I love using Kaiser Craft collections, and I've been a bit slack with them lately. But that's just because I've had so many other bits and pieces to use. I haven't got to it. But I do love the way those numbers came together. This was my Game of Thrones week. Oh, I love this one. And I love that this one flipped. I put this week's up the top instead of down the bottom with my cute little flipper of the Iron Throne. Hopefully you've all seen the finale by now, because if you haven't, I'm not going to spoil it still, but go and watch the finale if you haven't already. This was using a Beehaven kit with all the autumn colours. I love this one. So cool. It's just got that little bit of shine to it, which is just really nice. And I moved the days on this one as well. I've put the to-do up the top. Not that I used it, but it is there. And I didn't memory plan in May. Why didn't I memory plan in May? What did we have to do in May? Must have been a boring month. So this was the first time I started using washi in here. So I've used a bit of Fox and Cactus washi up here. And I added podcasts of the month as well, which is really, I've been listening to podcasts a lot lately. So that's sort of all on that one. This was the first week of winter. So I was using this gorgeous Planet Beautiful kit with the sort of, I think it's the storybook, but I love the snow sort of feeling of it. Sorry, I'm losing my voice now. It was just really cool, so I love that one. Oh, this one might be my favourite. It might be my favourite ever. This is the Pretty Posy kit from Planners Anonymous. Just beautiful. And this had my gorgeous slider, which doesn't actually live in my planner. It lives on my wall because I love it so much that I just have to have it out where I can see it. And I love having that watercolour in there. So cool. Didn't decorate as much, that one, but that's okay. So this was my pink week where I added a bit of foiling. Lots of different stuff. I love that I keep putting, and I'm going to do it a bit more with, we get like weekly reminders or updates on what's happening at the house. I'm actually going to go through my planner and add them in the weeks that I got them, because I've only had them for like the last 3 or 4 weeks. And I really, really, really want to have them in here. So when I do this at the end of the year, I can look back and go, that was the week that happened, and that was the week that happened. Because it is really cool to sort of remember that. So this is my rainbow week. I still love this one too. I love the torn washi. I didn't think I would when I did it. I thought it would look stupid, but it looked fantastic. I had my little first attempt ever at ink blending, which worked out really nicely. And then, of course, we had our little shh with the advent calendar stuff that I wasn't allowed to tell you about at the time, but I can now. And that was what was hiding in there. And I just decorated all around that with some pen. And that is it, because I didn't memory plan in June either. How boring was I? But that is it. That is my whole sort of last 6 months of weekly decorations. I so love going back through these and just remembering what I did. Also can see the months where I was a bit more lazy than other months and kind of didn't do things. But that's okay. You use your planner however much you need to, and sometimes you just don't need to use it as much. So let me know which one was your favourite. Like I said, you can go back and have a look at any of these. They're all in my weekly decorations playlist, and you can look at them fast or slow, depending if you want to go with the talkies or with the sort of faster one that you don't have to listen to me babble on the whole time. So make sure you pick which one you like. Let me know down below which one was your favourite, and make sure you're following me on all of my socials so that you don't miss any future videos. I've got 2 giveaways going on at the moment, so go and check them out. They're both linked down below. Hope you guys have the best day, and I will see you again in my next video. Sending lots of huggles. Bye!